Good evening, everybody. We're just giving everybody time to get in the room. So I'll give everybody till about 9:05 and we're going to get started. If you have not downloaded this checklist, go right ahead and download it. I am going to put the link in the chat. So I put it in the chat in the Facebook group. And let me see if I can put it in the chat here. Oh yeah, I'll just grab it out the Facebook group. Everybody should be in a Facebook group, or if somebody can grab it out the Facebook group and drop it in the Zoom chat. This will be an interactive Zoom, so when we get started, you guys can ask questions while we're going along with it, okay? We're going to be starting up an LLC tonight. We're going to be creating a credible and fundable LLC, which means we're going to set it up in a manner where the banks look at you in a favorable manner, okay? And we're going to use this checklist as our guide. So if you don't have the checklist, go ahead and download that checklist. If you have another device, so that you can go through the process of doing an LLC while we're on here on the Zoom and on the live. That is what I prefer, that you do it at the same time that I am showing you how to do it. And, you can sell these services too. So we're going to get into all of that here in just a minute, okay? It's going to be kind of a long night for us because after this Zoom, we do have a Zoom where we're going to be talking about making $15,000, talking and gaining yourself an extra 100 tax clients. Okay. So that's going to be right after this Zoom. I have a special guest coming on. So try to be done about 10:15 with this Zoom. So let's give it a few minutes to let people know we're on. You can let your Facebook buddies and everybody know we're on in the group, and we'll get started. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Jazzy. I just got on, so sorry, but is there anything we're supposed to pull up? Did I miss that?
Yes, so this form, this sheet is what we're going to be working off of. I'm going to drop the link in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
If you're over in my Telegram chat, I'm going to drop it over there and then you can download that. But it's also in the Facebook group.
Okay, I haven't added my picture yet to ask to rejoin. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, no worries.
Okay, got it.
All right, I just put it in the chat.
Okay, I see it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, and for everybody that is just now joining us, in the Facebook group, there's a link to this document. We're going to be using this document as a guide tonight for this night school class. In this class tonight, we're going to be learning how to start an LLC the credible and fundable way. And we're going to use my startup checklist as a guide for you guys. So go ahead and grab that link and download this checklist. You're going to be using this to guide you through the full process on and off of this Zoom, okay? We'll give it about 4 more minutes and we're going to get started at 9:10. You guys can be prepared to go ahead and do an LLC. You can do an LLC in any state. I'm going to give you guys some great information about that. This is a service that you will be able to sell and make money. I start up LLCs and business startup for people all the time. And just to do the state application for the LLC, I charge $175, including a state fee. Okay. So that is what I'm going to be teaching you guys tonight. I'm just going to be teaching you the correct way to do it. A lot of times when people start up LLCs, they don't start it up the proper way. And it's not, favorable for them getting large amounts of funding from the banks and lending companies. Yes. Did you send a request to be added to the Start Grow Fund group? You have to go to Facebook and send a request. And then I'll be able to add you in the group. Right now, I don't see any member requests. Once I get started teaching a class, I'm not going to be able to, but we'll get you in there. Right now, you're good because you're on the Zoom. But I do want everybody to join that Facebook group. Okay. Another thing I was going to say, so if y'all wanted to start up the LLC tonight, because I want you guys to, it's Start Grow Fund. The name of the group is Start Grow Fund. Okay, and I'll look for your friend request. You will be able to do that tonight. The Secretary of State doesn't pull the money from your card until they process the application. Okay. So they won't be pulling it tonight. So you may have a few days before they pull the funds, okay? All right, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you are just now joining us, um, first of all, welcome to the second night school of 2025. If you missed last week, it was definitely fire. The replay is in the Start Grow Fund group. So if you happen to be on this Zoom and you're not a part of the Start Grow Fund group and you did not get to see last week's class, it is available in the group as a replay. It's going to be under the feature tab. Just scroll through the group and you'll see all of the previous night school series in there, okay? We also dropped a link for you to download this form because this is a form that we're going to be using in class tonight. All righty, so tonight we're going to be creating a credible and fundable LLC, okay? Tonight you guys are going to learn where to open up LLCs, be able to open up an LLC in any state and the proper way that you need to structure your business so that when you put your business in front of the underwriters, they don't have a bunch of questions and they're more likely to fund your business, okay? You guys will be able to ask questions and, follow me along. Hopefully you guys do have a separate device so that you can go to the website that I'm going to log in, so on and so forth. Yes, it's a group. So we do have a page that you can like. Go ahead and like that page. But Start Grow Fund is a group. It's a Facebook group. And it has a green profile picture. All right, so this startup checklist will give you all of the basic things that any business needs to start up in a certain way that you need to start it up, okay? So the first thing that you want to do when, of course, creating your business is have a business name, right? So when you're creating your business name, you guys be careful of naming your business exactly what it does. Some businesses are high risk industry, and bankers and lenders, they don't like certain industry like real estate industry, the financial industry. It's several different industries like tax business, things like that that you really do not want to put in your business name when you're going to be going up for funding. Great things to use in your business name will be things like consulting, enterprises, services, just kind of general names, things in your business so that they don't actually know unless they ask for your next code, and then that still could be a whole different situation. What industry you're in, because if you're consulting, you could be doing a number of things, enterprises, industries, things of that nature. So the first thing you want to do is create your business name and just make sure that that business name doesn't say Netasha Loan Service, Netasha Credit Repair, um, even Maximum Tax Services. Now, we're not totally saying that your business is going to be denied for funding, totally based on your business name, but it is a red flag and it will get pushed to the side, for certain industries. They just don't deal with them. Just like, for instance, Navy Federal does not like tax businesses. They just not gonna deal with them. So if you got taxes in your business name, different things that trigger them, they will close your account down. Certain banks don't deal with certain type of businesses. So create a good business name, okay? So you need your business name and your business idea. Okay, that's your first thing. You guys can come up with that. Then, of course, you want to have you a good business coach, good business mentor. When you have a business coach, a mentor, they are going to collapse decades into years, years into months, months into weeks. They take all of the trial and error most of the time, all of the guesswork out of what needs to be done. They've been there, they've done that. They've experienced the things that you're going to experience, and they just make it easier. It's easier to call somebody and be able to say exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish or what you're trying to do, and for that person to tell you exactly what you need to do versus going through trial and error, bumping your head, losing a lot of money. So find somebody that's doing what you want to do, that has the lifestyle that you want, that's in the same industry that you want to be in, and get you a coach or a mentor. My life didn't change until I did do that. Of course, you want to have a fundable and credible business plan. When you are going in front of some lenders, SBA could be one of them, some CDFI lenders, they will require you to have a business plan, especially if you are a startup business. They want you to have a business plan so that they can see every aspect of the business. So when you're putting your business together nowadays, it's really easy to get a business plan. You can get a business plan done on Chat GTP. You can Google SBA requirements of a business plan. It'll pop up, it'll tell you everything that's needed. Then you tell Chat GTP everything that's needed for the business plan, and then it will create you a business plan. And you would have to fill in the blanks and do some tweaks and things like that. I may do a class on that with Chat GTP. Y'all let me know if that's something that y'all interested in, and we'll do that. Your business model, the way that you're going to run your business, like the way that Chick-fil-A runs their business, that's their business model. Okay. So choose your business model. How are you going to run your business? What are your employees going to wear? What's your color scheme? Just all of that. You're going to need a business email. And when I say a business email, not a Gmail. Real businesses do not have Gmails that they operate out of. They're not going to submit a business application with a Gmail. You look more reputable on paper because that's all the lenders are looking at is you on paper. So you look more reputable with a Gmail not a Gmail, a email that is connected to your domain, connected to your business. Okay. So something like Netasha at Maximum Tax Pros, info at MaximumTaxPros.com, sales at MaximumTaxPros.com. You can get a company email through Google. Google has a business suite where you can get a company email. You can also get one through GoDaddy. Okay. You can get one through GoDaddy also, a company email. You're also going to be wanting to get a business phone number, you guys. So I know a lot of times this is the age of everybody using cell phones and things like that. You want to get a dedicated business phone number. And if at all possible, you want to get a 1-800 number for your business to make it look even more bigger, even a more reputable business. If you can get you a 1-800 number, attach that to your business, register your business on listme.net. You can register your business there, and that's going to give you another one up with the banks. Another thing is with GoDaddy, you want to make sure that you have your business domain. This looks like my old sheet. I don't see business domain on here, but domain is your .com. You want to be able to say mybusiness.com. Info at mybusiness.com. So you want to make sure that you have your domain. You can also get that at GoDaddy.com. Okay. So you guys write that on here somewhere. I don't know how that's missing off of here, but you're definitely going to need your domain for your business also, okay? Along with your business phone number. I'm going to switch over to another page and I'm going to tell you guys where to get like your business address, business phone number, the 1-800 number. I ain't going to leave y'all hanging, okay? Of course, you want to get your business license, your LLC, your corporation, once you've figured out these other things that you need to get. And we're going to do that tonight. Any LLC, you guys, no matter the state, you can get it through the Secretary of State. You don't have to get an LLC through what are these places that they be getting these LLCs from? I don't know, Law Library, Law Depot, you know, these third-party applications to get your LLC created. You are now becoming the third-party person that's going to be able to get the LLC done. So what mail would you use? Email. Okay, you got it. I answered your question, Martina. Let me know. So now you're going to become that third party. So write this down. Anytime you're going to start an LLC for somebody, you're going to go to the Secretary of State for that state that you're starting the LLC in. So tonight, we're going to be working on the Secretary of State for Texas. So if we were starting the LLC for Georgia, we'll be the Secretary of State for Georgia, Secretary of State for California, Secretary of State for Alabama, so on and so forth. Y'all catch my drift? Yep, Taylor Brands is a third party. Yep, absolutely. So you're going to always be going to the Secretary of State. We're going to be using the Secretary of State of Texas. Now, every state has a different dollar amount application fee for your LLC. Texas is one of the higher states. I meant to pull up a little graph that I have showing y'all the prices of the different states. Some states are like Georgia, to start an LLC is $100. Texas is $300. So I have LLCs in Texas and I have them in Georgia. This year I'm going to be opening up a couple LLCs in Minnesota because my dad is there. So any place that you open up a LLC, you have to have an address. So that's why people use a lot of virtual addresses, okay? I'm gonna be showing you guys where to go and get virtual addresses, but you're gonna use places like iPostal and Argus, Regus, and iPostal, IPOSTAL. I'm gonna jump over there to their pages in just a minute. I just wanted to run through this checklist with you guys, so that you guys will know what to do when we get off of here, because all we're doing tonight is the LLC and the EIN. That's all we're gonna do tonight off of this checklist, okay? But this checklist you guys need to keep, because you need to do everything on this checklist to make your business credible and fundable. Now, if we want to get to everything on this checklist, we can kind of make this a series, and then next Monday we'll do a couple more things the next Monday. But I don't want y'all to wait that long and drag it out, because you can get all this stuff done in kind of like one day. So you don't have to do that, okay? So you're going to need just a address in that state. So if you press for money, like tonight, if you on a budget or something like that, it states where they got LLCs for $50, $47. Somebody can Google them right now and say, you know, what's the cheapest state to get an LLC? Or give me 10 states where they got the cheapest LLC charge, you know, price to get an LLC. Okay, so every state is different, but every state, when you start an LLC, you're going to go to the Secretary of State when you Google it. If you get these third parties, it's not the Secretary of State.gov. It's not that, okay? And I'm going to show you guys here in just a moment. All right, so that's where we're going to start up the LLCs at. It doesn't matter what state y'all choose. So if you happen to be listening from a different state, if you want to choose Georgia, there's expedited fees, different things like that. But I can tell y'all now, I did an LLC the other day, one day last week. It was ready in 2 or 3 days. So I guess they ain't busy right now. All right, so of course, you're going to need your business EIN. Now, the business EIN is your employer identification number. You're going to get that at irs.gov. It is free. irs.gov is where you get your EIN at for your business. It's like your EIN is your business social security number. When we're filing taxes, that's what we need, you know, off your W-2 is the company's EIN and their legal business name, okay? We're going to do that tonight on irs.gov. You should write that down. So to get the LLC, you're going to get that at the Secretary of State in any state that you're opening up an LLC. For the EIN, you're going to get that at irs.gov, okay? And it's free. Now, your business address, If you don't have an office or location, you want to get that from iPostal or Argus or somewhere like that. You can also just put in Google virtual address, virtual business address, because they have home address too. Make sure that when you do choose a virtual address, if you choose one outside of where I'm telling you to go, that is actual a building and it looks like a business. Some virtual addresses will lead you to a post office box, a Office Depot, a Home Depot, not a Home Depot, like a storage unit or something where they're selling mailboxes. Underwriters and people that are going to give you money and credit, they will Google your business. They will Google your address. They're going to go to your website. That's why you need your domain. Your domain goes with your website. And that's why you have to have all of these things in place, because any credible business has these basic things. When they look up their address, it's not their home address, because they're going to run your credit too to see who owns this business, who's behind this business. So when you're building a credible and a fundable business, that business address does not need to be the same address as that home address. That's very important. That's why you need the iPostal, the Argus, and the places like that. Okay? Everybody with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So, of course, now after we've established the business, because pretty much everything over here is establishing the businesses, you should have a logo, you should have a business name, you picked out your mentor and your coach, you got your domain, you basically got the business setup, structure, business logo, website. It's all over here on the right. You also, when you choosing a business name, you guys, go ahead and do some research, of course, for the domain. You can do that on GoDaddy. You can get your business domain, your .com, for $12 a year. For 2 years. If it's not a real popular name, you can get you a .com, a .net, .shop, maybe not. Yeah, you probably can get .org. Some things are dedicated to like government, schools, different things like that. So all of them you won't be able to get, but you want to make sure that they are available for your business name. You don't want to choose a business name, get an LLC and things like that. And now you can't get the Instagram. You can't get the Facebook, like they say they're going to get rid of TikTok. I don't really know, but it's gone. So make sure that everything is available when you're creating your business name. That way you can go ahead and snatch up all of your business social media pages and things like that. That's over here at the bottom of it. Even the YouTube, businesses have everything nowadays. So you want to make sure that you are able to gather up all of these things when you're choosing your business name. Okay, makes sense? All right. Now, in the eyes of the lender, the funder, the creditor, your business technically in the money world did not start until you opened that bank account. That's when they consider you in business in the fundable world, the underwriters, because that's when you started making money. That's when you started doing transactions. So matters what you got going on, y'all need to open up that business bank account as soon as possible. That business bank account needs to gain age. When you dealing with lenders and stuff, one of the lowest lenders that you're going to deal with was kind of like hard money lenders, cash advance lenders, and stuff like that. They're going to be asking you for 3 months worth of bank statements, right? So you don't want to have 1 month, 2 months, and they may even go back 4 to 6 months. So the older your bank account is, the better. They can see your banking history. Your bank has a credit report just like you have a credit report and everything else. They can see your bank accounts. They can see the amount of money in your bank accounts and everything, and they can run your banking score. So you have a banking score, just like your business has a business credit score. You also have a banking score. So go ahead and open up that business bank account as soon as possible. All right. You want to get that business DUNS number. That business DUNS number, a lot of times, soon as you start doing business and doing other things, Duns and Bradstreet is going to automatically create you a Duns number. So, but if you don't, when you go over there and search, if you don't have one, go ahead and do a Duns and Bradstreet's number. In the Start Growth Fund group under files, we have a little leaflet in there, a little PDF on creating your Duns and Bradstreet number. It's in the files section. and Start Grow Fund. If you guys have not looked in there is several documents in the Start Grow Fund file section that'll be helpful for you guys in your business. Okay, open up merchant accounts for your business because merchants offer funding also. So merchant accounts like PayPal, I've gotten funded from PayPal before, 5,000, 6,000, a little bit of money when you need it. But your merchant account, your credit card processors, Square, Stripe, things like that. Those are your merchant accounts. PayPal, Stripe, Square. These are places where you're going to process your payments. And then you want to make sure that your payments are going through, your merchant, because you can get merchant cash advances and merchant loans and things based on the money that you're making for the business. Okay. If you're running it through your merchant account. You want to get some type of business accounting software like QuickBooks or something like that. It doesn't have to be QuickBooks, but some type of accounting software where you're able to have legit financial statements when the bank asks for them, or the underwriters will ask you for financial statements and things of that nature. You want to have something directly coming from QuickBooks. I can't think of any of QuickBooks competitors right now off the top of my head, but I know that they have several out there. QuickBooks is just one of the top accounting softwares that's out there, but it's not that easy. So you want to make sure that you have some type of accounting software. Okay. All right. So I think we've went through everything on this checklist. Okay. So this checklist is going to be everything that you need to start up your LLC. All of you guys should have downloaded this. Any questions about this right now? Because now we're about to go over to the LLC site and get started on that, because we got about 45 minutes now. All right. Okay, so that's the startup checklist. Now, let me just show you guys this really quick. This is iPostal. iPostal is where you're going to be able to get your virtual business address, virtual offices. I had just put in here a location. I had put in Arlington, Texas, United States. So it brought up some different addresses: 5100 West Sublet, Suite 150, different things like that. So it's just telling me some of the locations: Lamar Boulevard. So this is where your address would be. You would use this address, to start up your LLC. You're able to get mail. Y'all just read through that. They have different plans. $14.99 is the most common one. If you want a full virtual office, it says here is $40 per month, but it comes with your toll-free number, fax, and a local number, call forwarding, voicemail. So it's going to set you up with a real professional answering service and things like that. So iPostal is one of those places, right along with Argus also. And I didn't pull up Argus, but you can just go to Google and you can put in virtual offices, virtual business addresses, and you're going to get a whole list of different ones. Argus is nationwide. I like Argus because they have actual buildings, and you can actually go in there in any state, anywhere you are, and use the conference room, use the offices. You can use the offices for a week or a day, whatever type of plan that you get. But they have receptionists, you can get mail, you can have meetings there. They will answer your phones for you. So they're just really great if you want to look just really professional and just really take it up a notch depending on what you're trying to do. So Argus also has like WeWork and space rental and different places like that. Argus is Regus. It should be on my screen. Regus. And then banks for business accounts. I have Regions. I have Chase. I got Wells Fargo. I got a million bank accounts. I use them all. Ones that's really good that give out money though is Truist gives out money. Regions supposed to give you some money. They ain't gave me shit, as much money as I run through there. But Truist is a really good bank for us giving out money for businesses. Um, Bank of America is a good one far as businesses goes. They give you, business credit cards. They're going to give you $50,000 no doc loan. There's a few other places. I think I got a list somewhere. Okay, so these are some of the places, that y'all can get the virtual address, the 1-800 number, things of that nature, because you're going to use that because you do not want to use your home address when
Hey
starting
fam,
up
the
your
screen ain't
business.
changed. I don't know if you know the screen ain't changed.
Okay, it's about to. Did it just change now? It's not changing with y'all because I see it changing on the Facebook.
No man,
No,
no, it's
ma'am.
not
It's
changing.
been on the checklist.
Oh, okay. 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 Let me see. So I was just on here where I'm at now. I was just on Google and iPostal. Oh, it was changing on Facebook Live.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, my bad. I was just on did it just switch to iPostal right now, y'all, or no? Yes, it
Yeah,
looked
Yes.
like.
we on our post.
Okay, so this is where I was at when I was just talking. I was just on iPostal, one of the places for you guys to get the virtual address, and I was talking about the 1-800 number and all that. That's the $39.99 a month plan. And then I was over here on Argus on Google, and I was just saying you could just pull up Google and all the competitors will pop up. You just put in virtual office. But Argus has all of the actual office buildings, like in every state, city, and different things like that. You can actually go in there. They got co-working spaces, virtual office. So you can just basically do a membership with them and you can access their building in a bunch of different states. Bunch of different states. Okay. All right. So now we're on the Secretary of State of Texas. So let me drop this link in the chat. Copy. Drop this in the chat. Control paste. If somebody is Facebook. So this is it. Somebody dropped that in the Facebook chat. If y'all on the Facebook chat. Bunini say he in the waiting room. Did I let him in? My bad. Okay, come back. Come back, son. I'm gonna let you in. I don't know how I missed that. Anybody else in the waiting room either? I don't think so. All right, so this is the Secretary of State. If you wanted to, Texas, if you wanted to open up a LLC in Georgia, you would go to the Secretary of State in Georgia or wherever you want to open up the LLC at, okay? So, let's see, Secretary of State, that's Texas. Let's say Georgia. Okay. Secretary of State of Georgia. You may have Secretary of State of Oklahoma. Oklahoma Secretary of State. Is my screen changing or no?
Yes.
Okay, so this is Oklahoma Secretary of State, and I'm just doing this to show you guys it may, like this one say sos.ok.gov, just, that's just a little different as far as the way this bring up. But anytime you're going to open an LLC for any business, you're going to the Secretary of State of that state. That's Oklahoma. See the little link, looks a little different. This is Georgia. That's sos.georgia.gov. Georgia. And right now, tonight, we are going to work on Texas, Secretary of State of Texas. It's everybody back on Texas. All right. So when you go to the Secretary of State, in order to use the online services, you're going to have to request a user ID. It usually they say give it up to an hour, but you can get one in about 10 or 15 minutes. I already have one. So you're going to hit, when you get on the website, you're going to hit enter site because you want to be on the SOS Direct. If y'all go to the website with me, make sure I'm on the home page. Okay, this is the home page right here, right? For the Secretary of State. Now, in order for you to file an LLC, you see right here, it says SOS Direct, business filings and searches. So if you wanted to search for somebody's business, if you want to file a LLC, you need to go here. That's that page that I was just on. So I'm gonna click here, and now we back here to the SOS Direct. You're going to, why my screen keep jumping? You're going to click enter site. You are going to need a credit card or debit card or something because they have you put your card on there and $1 for the session, right? This is going to be the card that they will, in a few days or whenever they process the application, this will be the card that they charge the $300 to, the $100 to, whatever it is. Okay, so you want to hit enter site. If you do not have a username, then you're going to submit for a username. So it says, if you do not, right here, it says, if you do not have a account, you may submit requests for SOS Direct account. So come on, let's go there right now because most of y'all probably don't have an account. I have one, but I'm going to switch over and I'm going to log into mine once I show y'all how to get an account so we can get this one done. So you can get you an account. You can either use the business name or you can use an individual name. It says either or. It does not say both. It's not going to let you use both. Okay. So either do a business name or an individual name to ask for an account. Okay. So I'm just doing a business name, which is Start Growth Fund. Y'all can do a business name if you got one ready already. That does not have to be the name that you're starting the LLC in. This is just the name that you're creating the account in, okay? This does not have to be the name that you're starting the LLC in. It just has to be a business name, or I could have put Netasha Reed down here. Hit continue, okay? It wants an address and everything, so you can move on. So go ahead and give it an address. Go ahead and make sure it's address that match the card you're going to use. Okay, we're in the United States. I'm going to put my phone number right here. Okay. All right. Enter a password here and remember this password because they're only going to send you a username. You got to keep up with the password. Sometimes I forgot my password. By the time I get the username, now I got to reset it. Okay. So create you a password that you are going to remember. Hope them damn passwords match. Okay. Once you do that, hit continue. Okay. It say, oh, I ain't put the email address in there. My bad. Missed that. So right here, you do need to put the email address in there because this is where they're about to send. This is where they're about to send the username to. Okay, now I got to put my password back in there again. All right, now you got to put your card in there so that they can get the $1 off of the card. Once they get the $1 off of the card, booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. That's what we doing. So let me see if this is gonna do this. Okay, I took that off of stop share because you jokers ain't about to get my card. Ah. All right, so I'm gonna put my card in here, then I'm gonna pull it back up to share the screen. And it's only gonna charge $1. And it's to start your session, right? Oh. All right, so once you put your card in there, you're gonna hit continue at the bottom because it's already populated all of the other information. All right, and then it's gonna bring you to this screen right there. Is anybody doing this with me? It's gonna bring you to the screen right here, and you just accept whatever they talking about, not reading all that. And then it is going to, it say you'll be notified by email of the assigned user ID within 1 hour. If not received within an hour, yada, 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 call. It's not going to take an hour. I'm probably going to get an email here in about the next 10 minutes or so for that. We're not going to wait on that because I already have a username to log in and everything. So we're going to log on to that. I just did that to show you guys. So y'all may be waiting on your username. Is anybody doing it with me? So I'll know if you are waiting on a username. Because if you're waiting on a username, I can wait and we can go over to irs.gov while I'm waiting on you to get your username. Okay. All right. You waiting. Cool. All right. So while we're going to, okay, awesome. We're going to give them a few minutes to see if they're going to get a username in the next few minutes here. And we're going to go over to irs.gov. Okay. Did my screen change for everybody? We on irs.gov.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we're going to go right here where it says apply for employer identification number. This is free. You go to some places, it money. That's their business model. You can't knock that. You come to me, get an EIN, I charge $75. I've been charging $75 for 20 years. I might charge 100. It's 2025. But I used to charge $75 to apply for EIN unless you were getting a whole little package from me. But so I charge $175 to do this Secretary of State application. The state fee is $300 to the state, and then I charge $175. So my client is usually giving me $475. $175 is going in my pocket for all my hard work and stress, and $300 is going to the state of Texas. Okay. And then if they need an EIN, that's an additional $75. If they need me to set up our postal and all of that, I'm probably going to charge them $50 to do that. Like every service is an additional fee. Okay. This is how you get paid with just your mind. Y'all ain't had no overhead, no nothing. This is just with what you know how to do. Okay. Whether you are charging to do the service or you charging to teach people how to do the service. Let me see. That may be my email. Oh, okay, no, not yet. All right. So apply for EIN number. Oh yeah, we gotta hurry up. I'm happy I jumped over here because after 10 p.m., the online system's not gonna be available. We got about 10 minutes, which I don't need an EIN. You guys may, so I'm gonna kind of walk through the process, but I'm not gonna get one. Click on the look at there. It's talking about it's currently unavailable. I think there's been like this was under maintenance. I think this was like this the other day. Somebody was trying to get an EIN and it was down. You may have access to EIN since the outside operation hours. Let me see. What did that say? That said 10 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so it's already 10 p.m. Eastern, y'all. So we just missed the cutoff. My apologies. But I will do a video on this, drop it in the group. You know, I'll do a quick live on it tomorrow, or I'll do a video and screen record it for you guys. But you're going to irs.gov, write that down, apply for an EIN. You're going to click on EIN, and it's going to ask you what is the business entity type, like whether it's an LLC, is it a partnership, is it a nonprofit organization, is it a trust, anything that you need an EIN for, okay? So you're going to choose that. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an LLC or a partnership if you have a partnership. So that's one of the questions that's on the EIN application. Y'all can write that down. Okay. Then it's going to ask you, what do you need this EIN for? Why are you opening up an EIN? And it's going to ask you, is it because you started a new business, you hired employees, you need it for banking purposes, like you could have already had a business now, because the bank is going to require you to have the EIN and the LLC. The bank is going to require you to have the LLC unless you are a sole proprietor and you're working under a DBA, then the bank will let you do it under your social security number. If you have a LLC, and then if you are a sole proprietor with the DBA, they still will let you use your social. But if you have a partnership, they're going to want you to have that EIN. So that's one of the questions on there. I usually choose, I started a new business, okay? Or you hired employees. Then it's going to ask you, are you selling all this weird type of stuff? No, you're not. It's not a gambling business. You're not doing anything illegal, all that old type of stuff. Then it's going to ask you, of course, your address and all of that personal type information. It's going to immediately give you the EIN on the screen. Within 5 minutes, you're going to get the EIN. And when you click download, receive that letter via download, make sure you keep that letter downloaded because that is the only original letter you will ever get in your lifetime. Even if the IRS, and they're going to mail one out, but even if the IRS sends you some type of proof of it, copy of it, it'll never be that original letter. And a lot of times the bank will give you all type of issues and all that. So you want that original letter from the IRS. Okay, guys? With partnership, you may need a partnership agreement when opening a bank account. Yep. Yep, you will too. Depending on how they look at it, especially if both of y'all sitting in there, they probably was on some racist shit because a lot of my stuff say partnership on there. A lot of my EINs got my kids' names on them because the IRS stopped me from getting EINs after you had so many. If they not partnership and the bank don't question me about none of that. So it kind of depends on what you're doing, how you look. The bank handle you any kind of way. They always gonna try to handle us. Do I have to have employees if I open an LLC? No, you don't. No, you don't have to have employees. Okay. All right. All right. So this is where you go to get the EIN, you guys. I can jump on live. It don't matter tomorrow. In the group, and we can go over this before 10 p.m. Eastern. So basically before 9 o'clock our time, we would have to do this and we can get this done. So I'm gonna jump back over here to the Secretary of State. Let me know if my screen switched for y'all. And I'm gonna go to the login screen. And you gonna get a recording of this, but I am gonna go ahead and log in though. I'm still gonna be waiting. I'm gonna be dragging and waiting. And hopefully you'll get a login. Shit, I just got a login. So you may have one because I just got one 3 minutes ago, actually. I got one to the email that I just did. So let me pull it up. Actually, I'm gonna use the one that they just gave me. So you guys that are waiting, you should have yours because it just sent me a user ID. This is what they just sent me. Okay. Let me write that down. Now I got two of them because I just had one for another day. While I'm at a desk, I try to find a pen. Crazy word. Okay, I just screenshot it. All right. Yeah, put the password in here. All righty. I know this ain't gonna make us do this shit again. We may have to put the card in there again. I don't freaking know why. It's crazy work. Why? Guess this to start the session now that we back in here. So stop share really quickly. Let me throw this card in there. Are y'all with me? The people that's doing it with me, are y'all with me? Y'all get logged in? Hopefully y'all are with me.
Yes, I'm logging in now.
Awesome sauce. Okay. We are back. So I put my card in there and we're in, right? So once we get in, we come to this screen. It's basically letting you know that this is your session ID. You can capture this session ID. That way, if you have to search for something, you forgot something, sometimes you call in, they'll ask you for a session ID, different things like that. So you can go ahead and capture that session ID if you like. Okay. All right. And then once we do that, we're going to go into the section that says business filings. Okay, that's where we're going. I'm just kind of dragging out a little bit, waiting on these ladies to get logged in. We're going here to business filings. We're going to go to online searches and filings. Oh, come on. Please don't piss me off. I ain't missing that. Yeah, I think I'll do this later now. Let me log back in again. What just happened? Maybe I stalled too long. No, 103. 292 78 32. Okay. You're not gonna keep playing these games. Please don't ask me for another mother freaking card. Like, why? Use credit card for payment method unless client account has been funded 1 hour in advance. Credit card company may decline payments if name and address do not match. Everything matches. I think that's what just happened. Pissing me off.
You gotta stop share real quick, man.
That's not credit card company declining this shit. 390. Okay. All right, so let's go. Business filings. Like you're not about to piss me off tonight. It simply says 24/7 search. You're really pissing me off. Okay, here we go. Jesus. Okay, anyway, business organizations. When you go back to that enter site, just go to business organizations, right? And you should get to this screen. Y'all with me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So if you want to do a name availability search, all of that, not really necessary. Unless you want to, you're gonna choose 2 names, it'll tell you uh, you know, whatever. It'll tell you. Okay, so we're gonna go down here to web filings, right here in the blue where it says web filings, right there. All right, and then we're gonna click this arrow right here, and we're gonna go to domestic LLC, domestic limited liability company, right here. Okay, we were doing a limited liability partnership. We would choose partnership. LP. We was doing a nonprofit organization, professional organization, foreign financial institution, foreign for-profit corporation. When they say foreign, when you are out-of-state entity, let's say you want to deal with a certain bank, you can get a foreign, you can file a LLC in that state. Like if I got my LLC here in Texas, I can file a foreign entity in another state if I want to do business in that state and get those business perks and things from that bank. Like certain banks only operate in a certain area. I've been turned down for funding with certain banks because they only deal with people in a certain area. Like Penn Fed, that's only gonna be up there in like I guess the Pennsylvania area, Philly, all over there, or whatever. That's a good bank. They give out a lot of good money, but you got to be in the area that they service. We're going to choose domestic limited liability company.
I have a question. Is it a difference between LLC and LL partnership?
Yeah, so LLC is a limited liability company, and that can be 1 or 2 partners. So it's still right. You don't have to do a LLP. A LLP, I think that just get into more technical stuff. I don't really know too much about it. Even my partnerships, I still do them as LLCs. And then when I get my EIN with the IRS, I name it as a partnership. So I choose partnership on the IRS application, not on the LLC application. So we're going to choose domestic limited liability company, LLC, and then we're going to click file document, right? When we click file document, it's on and pop. We got the ball rolling, okay? Filing type, we're going to do a certificate of formation because we're forming the company. So we want to do a certificate of formation. Going to hit continue. We are forming a limited liability company. The name of the limited liability company is as set forth below.
Do you have to have like employees for it to be a professional limited liability company?
I don't know, Keenan. I'm not gonna lie to you, as they say. I don't know. I'm not a specialist at that. I really don't know all the different designations. I'll tell you, like, if this was a nonprofit, and I should have went back and chose nonprofit, because that's really what I need to be opening up. Okay. I'm just gonna do that because that's gonna be my nonprofit. When you choose your name, it has to have LLC corporation, something behind it. So when I did the corporation that owns like Crew and Original Hot Dog Factory, stuff like that, and they own my food truck and lounges and all of that. I did that up under a corporation, not an LLC. I formed a corporation versus a limited liability company. So after the name, it says corporation, CORP versus LLC. So it's Reed Family Hospitality Corporation versus LLC. Now it tell you a preliminary search of the name is recommended. If you submit a name and somebody already got it, they will send you an email back, be like, that name ain't available, choose another one. I want to say, but they didn't ask me the other day. I didn't have to choose two names. I know in the Georgia application, you have to automatically submit two names. If the first one don't go through, they're gonna go with the second one. Then if the second one go through, they'll go, through there. But that button right up under there, and I want to hit the back button, it says do a name availability search. I could have done that name availability search. I could have clicked that, another box would have pulled up with all of the LLCs that's close to that name. All right, so this is where you're going to put in that mailing address that you got, not your home address. If we got any EROs on here, can y'all be prepping y'all people? Because I know all of my tax people, we got like this mandatory meeting. We got this big guest coming on here in about the next 10 or 15 minutes. It's gonna roll right into this Zoom. So we're not gonna get off the Zoom or nothing like that. He has this link, so he's gonna join us and we're gonna go right into that. I definitely don't want him on here on an empty Zoom. So make sure that you guys are letting them know in the tax group that they should be priming and prepping, getting ready to get on this here Zoom. We're not gonna hold you long. It's about making $15,000 in the financial industry this month, real quick. We got a real quick plan. So this money plan on paying out by February 1st. Okay, y'all with me? The ladies that's doing it with me, just giving y'all a little time. Okay. Address, gonna continue. Now, registered agent. So in any state, when you start an LLC, they want you to have a registered agent. Not all states, but Texas is one of the states where you can be your own registered agent. So go ahead, or your business can be its own registered agent. So you can either put the business name that you just put in there, or you can put another business name, or you can put your own name to be your registered agent. A registered agent is a person that kind of acts for you. They accept documents on your behalf. If you are being sued or something like that, with corporations and stuff, they don't want to take it to your place of businesses. Most corporations, their business office is not where they actually do business at. So if you're sued or if they got any type of legal documents or anything like that, they will send these to your registered agent, and your registered agent is responsible for passing that information on to you. So you would need a registered agent. I use it when I make my business a registered agent for somebody, or if I'm their registered agent, I charge them anywhere from $75 to $150 per year. You can go on Google, you can do registered agents, Texas, Georgia, all these different states, and it'll be a list of companies and businesses that will be your registered agent. But if you know somebody, they can be your registered agent, you know. But for these purposes, the address and everything that you're using in the state of Texas can be the registered agent. Okay. So I'm going to use the same address and everything for the registered agent. Got to have a registered agent. And that's going to be in any state. But in the state of Texas, it can be you. In the state of Georgia, it needs to be somebody else, if I'm mistaken. Okay. Where it asks for the consent, this is where they asking you, okay, does this person consent to be your registered agent, all of that. It's a box here that says consent on file with the entity, which means they already know about it. They already had a consent on file. So you can just hit continue. Governing authority is going to be the limited liability company is to be managed by managers. The names and addresses of the initial managers are set forth below. And that's why you want to add, you got to add at least one manager. If this is going to be two people, you want to add two people. Like if it's a partnership, this is where you'll add both names so that they names will be on the articles of incorporation. This next option is the limited liability company will not have managers. Management of the company is reserved to the members. The names and addresses of the initial members are set forth. So you know how some corporations, they have a board, they got members and all of that stuff, mostly like with nonprofits and stuff like that. In this case, I always choose one, managing partners, managers, or whatever. So we want to click here to add a managing member. This is where I'm going to add myself as the owner. This is where you see we haven't put any personal information in yet. So this is where we're going to put the owner. So you see the owner can be a business also. One LLC, one corporation can own LLCs, all of that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm going to put myself as the owner. You guys are probably going to put yourself as the owner. And this, remember, when you file a LLC, this is public information. That's another reason why you don't want to use your home address, because now, you know, people have your home address. They know exactly where you are. Everything they pull up for your business, somebody will pull up disgruntled. You know how these folks is these days. Think they pulling up on your business to act a fool. They at your house. You ain't even there. Okay, so this is the managing members that we're adding. So I'm gonna click update. It's adding me there. If there's more than one person, go ahead and put them on here because they need to be seen on the articles of incorporation. Let's say if you guys two members and one of them has really great credit, so they're gonna be the one that go in there and open up the bank account and apply for the credit cards, or apply for loans, or whatever the case may be. Okay, this is Mr. Hazik I'm about to let in the room, you guys. Please get all the tax people on. So they have to be on the LLC, okay, guys, in order to be used on the bank or, you know, the underwriters or anything like that. So this would be the space where you would add two members or two partners. So if it's another member or another partner, just click the add managing member right here. Okay, y'all with me? Okay,
Yeah, I'm with you.
so okay, just hit continue. All right, so this is not needed, any type of special notes or anything right here. When you get back here, you're pretty much done. I'm gonna hit continue. Name of the organizer, that's gonna be me. That would be you. Who's ever doing the LLC. Okay, and go ahead and hit continue. All right, and then we're gonna need the signature of the organizer and the date. Okay, this get a little tricky right here. Don't get confused. So you don't need a date right here. This is if you're opening up an LLC and let's say you don't want the LLC to be active until Friday. Some people open up an LLC and they open up entities to protect them from doing certain things. So like, let's say if somebody was having a concert on Friday and this entity was only created to cover that concert, entities, LLCs, things like that, they are for protection, to protect you from being sued personally and your personal assets. So this button right here, you guys, don't put a date there because you're telling the state that you don't want this LLC to be effective up until tomorrow, Friday, the next date, whatever date you put there. Once you put once we hit continue and we continue with the filing, this LLC will be valid from today's date. Okay, so right here, you guys, boom, you're done. You created an LLC, right? You're going to click submit filing fee. When you do that, like I said, it's not going to charge you tonight, but once they process this application, it's going to charge your card. Even if your card declined, they will still issue this LLC. They'll email you, they'll send you out letters. They'll be like, hey, we didn't get our fee, send us our fee. Or because they will also make the LLC, they'll dissolve it, make it invalid if they do not get the payment. They'll send you a letter, say, hey, we didn't receive the payment. We're going to close this out. You have just created an LLC right here. Okay. This is it. Most of the time when you go into places, they want to see your articles of organization. This is what they're wanting to see. They want to see who's the organizer. They want to see who's the managers. It would have you and your partner's name here, and they will email you a certificate. Once you get the email with the session and the certificate and things like that, you guys make sure that you keep up with that because that's the only way you're going to get it. They're not going to send this out in the mail or nothing like that. They're going to send it to the email you have on file. They're going to issue that certificate. You're going to have to open it up, download it, and then that's going to be the LLC. Okay. Any questions? Those that was walking through this with us, are you good? Did you finish?
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to come up with the name. So I have one now, so I kind of got lost at the address part. Did you say not to put our address or?
Yep. So remember at the beginning of the class, you do not want to
Right.
use you don't want to use your home address. So if you don't have your virtual address or business address outside of your home yet, I
Just
would say
wait.
wait.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're setting the business up to be credible and fundable. When the banks and the underwriters look at your file and they see that, okay, the owner of this business and the business itself has the same address, that's a red flag.
Right.
That's not how businesses are set up. So I would say just wait to get that address or just, take a 5 or 10 minutes and go to our postal and then, just get you an address.
Yes. Okay. I'm on there now. Thank you. And then
So
I'll
this
follow you with
recorded and everything. This recorded, so I'm gonna put the recording back over here.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
put the
Thank
recording in the Start Grow Fund group. Jaleesa, you said that you're good. You got yours going? Okay, awesome.
It's green light.
Okay, you guys. So, like, remember, you guys, I told y'all that we are having a special guest. Our special guest is on. I'm going to introduce him. Let me go over to the tax group and let everybody know that the man with the plan, our special guest, is on. Any EROs on here, if y'all can jump in that Telegram ERO group, let him know we're just a few minutes early, but let's get started. We don't want to waste his time. We definitely value his time. We definitely want to hear about this $15,000 plan and how we're going to make this money ASAP. So let me just go over there and tell them, does anybody have any questions about tonight?
No, ma'am, just thank you.
No, ma'am,
All right,
very appreciate it.
everything was understandable. Everybody got it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Okay, so I'm gonna actually keep the live going in the Start Grow Fund. So we are still gonna be live in the Start Grow Fund group as well as here on Zoom. Everybody stick around, invite somebody. You guys can share the Zoom link, but this is not for just tax preparers, okay? So let me get other people on and we're going to get started. And Mr. Hazik, thank you for your time. And I'm going to introduce you here in just a few minutes. Let me get the rest of the people on.
Okay, I'm gonna have me about to pour me some juice. All right with you.
All righty. All right, teams, let's get y'all people on. Text people, text the people you love, text your business partners, text people you want to get money with, text people you want to go to the top with you, text your running mates. Let's get them all up in here, you guys. Get y'all teammates on. Let's get this Zoom lit. We got 26 people on this Zoom. We need 75 people on this Zoom. I need to see all my people that's in the Wealth Builders group. Wealth Builders, y'all get your team on. Crystal, make sure you got your new people on. Your new enrollee that you just enrolled, get her on the Zoom. Go ahead and give her a phone call. Everybody get on this Zoom. Earl, I'm so happy to see you on. Mr. Hazik, I am going to make you a co-host. I don't know what you got planned, but I'm going to just make it so that you're able to do it if you need to. Earl, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. And if you are able to give Mr. Hazik his introduction while people are still loading up in here, because I don't want to waste his time. I know I told people 10:30, don't we? Ended a little bit early. If you are available. But y'all, let's go ahead and get everybody on here. Y'all tag your teammates, especially if you already a part of this company. Go ahead and get your people.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you so much, Mr. Brand Bro.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great evening, everybody. Great evening. And listen, man, you're definitely in for a real treat, man. It's always a pleasure when I get the opportunity to edify this man and speak of what he's done for not only myself and my family, but for thousands of other people, man. Like they gave this dude the Presidential Leadership Award because he helped so many people, reach financial freedom. This man has done TED Talks, on mindset, and the crazy part is he was just homeless. You understand? This man was sleeping in his car. And even through that time, he was always positive, always affirmative. He was always a servant, always just pouring into the next man and, to the next woman and just making sure that we had the keys. And it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be able to work alongside this man, to be able to call him a mentor, to be able to call him a coach, to be able to call him a friend, you know. So many stories about him, man. I could go on and on and on. I done seen him do some real amazing things, like to the point that they call him the wizard. Ain't that something? But it's really just his consistency. That's it. His unwavering faith, and I'm telling you, man, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Are we ready to rock and roll, or am I just gonna keep? Well, what's up, Tasha? What we doing? Am I bringing them on? Y'all getting ready?
Yeah, you're bringing them on. I think we the rock and roll. We got people rolling in, and we are live on Facebook and Star Grow Fund. We got 900 people on there. They need to roll in, and we got the Zoom rolling in. So I think we're ready.
All
He's
right, all
ready.
right. Well,
Thank you
listen,
so much, Earl. I appreciate you.
listen, man. Without further ado, allow me to introduce to you the founder and creator of the Kaizen Academy for Better Entrepreneur Habits. The leader and creator of the Millionaire Minded Initiative. This man is on a mission, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. Allow me to step out the way and introduce to you Mr. Haziq Ali.
Oh man, that was it, man. I feel like I'm ready to run up a mountain, man. That was incredible. I'm like, man, who is he talking about? It feels so surreal, man. I want to give it right back to you, brother Earl. I know my mentor, Mr. Les Brown, named you the Pearl, Earl the Pearl. And it's amazing. I told you this a couple weeks ago, but it's wild how names mean so much. Your last name is Fam, bro. And it's like, that's what you are. It's like your family. You're like a brother. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, bro. Like, thank you so much for everything you do in front of and behind the scenes. And, Miss Netasha Reed, what can I say about you, Queen? It's like, what a servant leader. Thank you so much for being obedient and for sticking to this crusade you're on to help us expand, and close this wealth gap by closing this ownership gap. Queen, it's so humbling to stand beside you, and Brother Earl was kind of talking about presidential lifetime achievement awards and stuff like that, but we feel like we just getting started. I secretly feel like the only reason people listen to me the way they do, y'all, is because I was just homeless a few years ago. Like I had got kicked out of college for selling weed. And it was wild because I was dating the president of the university's niece and whatnot. So I got to meet with him. He was letting me back in school, but then the secretary was like, I know you're not about to give him back his scholarship. Called herself ruining my life, but God. A couple years later, I went through this crazy thing where it's like I already got no degree, but I opened up a bunch of stores and whatnot. Then I went through this crazy divorce that involved a friend of mine, you know what I mean? Or, obviously not, but you get my point. And then on top of that, me and my pops had just been building our relationship. He passed away. And then what was crazy is my stores got raided. I hired this guy, you know, he had just came home from jail. I was giving him another shot. He did something wild. Man, they raided all of my stores with the yellow jackets. You know, I got arrested and stuff. I ain't even do nothing. They end up dropping the charges. But who know the lawyer won't get paid anyway? Next thing you know, I'm sleeping in my car. Then after that, I moved into this little spot where we ain't really had window panes. Sometimes you're choosing between the gas and the electricity. We had an electric stove, so I'd be boiling water on the stove to give my daughter a bath. It was wild. And then I go to this meeting, and this dude, I walk in there now. I'm no college degree. I'm heartbroken. I'm emotionally bankrupt, financially bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt. I'm like, you know, what's going on? I walk into this meeting, man, and this dude is making $19,000 a month. He's 19 years old. And then his mentor was like 26, making $34,000 a month. I was like, what is this called? And then they told me, I was just like, and this is legit? Like, this is legal? And they was like, yeah, you get a 1099 and everything. I was like, say no more. I was like, I ain't saying I'm, you know, better than it, but I know they ain't better than me. Like God don't love the CEO more than God loves the janitor, right? It's just that the CEO is using better information. That's all it is. Well, my goal for you tonight is to share with you some better information, some information that made it so that, you know, that same daughter that I was boiling water for to give her a bath, she just graduated UNLV with no student loans. To God be the glory. What's crazy is she's now Miss Vegas. Is that wild? That was her first pageant ever. We just got back from LA a couple months ago for the Miss USA pageant. She placed in the top 20 of that, but she's still Miss Vegas. And I just feel like that's how it should be. Like, as parents, our ceiling should be our kids' floor, you know? So when you look at my Instagram, you see TED Talks and Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards and Inc. 5000 covers and all of that. I just want you to understand, like, God got us. We serve a real big God, man. And if you'll just learn to serve, you can deserve. I'm going to show you the company that changed my life. I've been here about 10 years, y'all. It's called Nove. I've been here since they started. You know, we started in 2014. And wow, what a journey it's been. This is the CEO. His name is Rico McCambry. Man of God, preacher's kid, right? Decided that financial literacy was going to be his ministry. And wow, we're so happy he did. How many thousands of lives have changed because he decided to be obedient? Look, we made the Inc. 5000 list 4 years in a row. He knows how to take care of a family. Been married about 18 years now. Was a millionaire by 22. You know, 23 years old. First thing he did was went and get custody of his son. And it's just been quite a ride. Look at this.
What's up? It's Shark here, Damon John, and I want
Any
to
Shark Tank
congratulate
fans in the
my
house?
fellow Sharks, Rico, Hazik, Danae, and all the affiliates nationwide.
Is that bucket list? When a billionaire say your name? That's wild, right? But listen, we're just getting started. There's a bunch of 6- and 7-figure earners. But listen, our culture is amazing. We always on somebody's yacht. You know, we're going to be in Mexico on Cinco de Mayo. How crazy is that, right? This is the CEO's first book. It's called The Fatherless Father. He wanted to challenge the notion that a strong black man couldn't be raised by a single mom because he feels like he's proof of that. You know, that little dude right there is now taller than his daddy. He works in the funding department, right in our corporate office. This was his second book, The Plan After Police Reform, because that's what we feel like we're doing here. Our mission, y'all, is closing the wealth gap by closing the ownership gap. So everything I'm about to share with you is dedicated to either home ownership or business ownership. So I know I'm in the right place. I know we got some business owners in here. Hey, let me see it in the chat. I would love to see it. Can somebody throw me a number 1 if you're a business owner? Can you throw me a number 1 if you're a business owner? A number 1. I'm just curious how many business owners we got in here. If you're somebody who's thinking of starting a business, then maybe a number 2. A number 2 if you're thinking of starting a business. We've got an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. It is such an incredible time to be with Nove because we're like an Amazon for financial services. So if you guys got a few minutes, I'm going to share with you why everybody says Nove is a no-brainer. My goal is not to make you an expert on Nove, okay, everybody? I just want to give you enough information to make a decision. That's my only goal. That's my only goal. Just give you enough information to make a decision. Like, it's okay. So check it out. I'm gonna try to make this a no-brainer. Check out how this feels. Look, y'all. This is one of the things that help us get people into homes. This is a credit repair thing. Now, we're not a credit repair company, so what we did was we partnered with a licensed and bonded credit repair company. They're one of the fathers of the industry, this guy, Bruce Politano. And what I think is incredible about this, what makes it so easy for you to build a second income with something like this, is not only does everybody have jacked up credit, and by everybody, not everybody, but 1 out of 4 in America have a score in the 500s or lower, and 600 sucks. Okay. So the fact that they have risk-free credit repair services is pretty amazing. They give you a 6-month money-back guarantee. And so I call that the convenient solution. Now, if you know anything about Hazik, I keep it extra real. So I got to tell you, that 6-month money-back guarantee, I love it. But a lot of times it takes 6 months. So what I love to tell people about as well is what I call the speed solution. So that's the convenient solution. They do it for you, and it's beautiful. It is. But sometimes you want it a little bit faster. Well, for that, my friends, we have something we call AI, artificial intelligence. It's amazing. What this system will allow you to do is this artificial intelligence moves like 1,000 chat GPTs, all scouring your report for any issues it can find according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It works so quick that it will blow your mind. I'm a big under-promise, over-deliver guy, but I got to tell you, I've never seen anything like it. Bankruptcies, repos, charge-offs, late payments, inquiries, okay, BKs, student loans. I've seen it all come off, and I don't know. Let me see if I can get this thing. I don't know why my internet want to act all funny in front of company. There we go, baby. There we go. All right, so check it out. This is a speed solution because it uses AI. But look, we not only help you with personal credit, but something you may or may not know, and messing with Natasha, a bunch of y'all probably did know this. But with personal credit, the more you use, the lower your score goes. They call that utilization. You guys probably knew that. Here's the wild thing. The more you use of business credit, the more they give you. That's the big difference between personal credit and business credit, guys. Personal credit, the more you use, the lower your score drops. With business credit, the more you use, the more they give you. And you only have to pay back 1% a month. They just want you to pay it back early. I mean, paying it on time is good, but paying it back early is even better. And they continue to give you more and more and more. It's insane, y'all. So check this out. We have testimony after testimony because our program is special in that it guarantees you a $50,000 funding guarantee, right? Look, the team is very supportive. Got credit for your business and get money. I don't know where you can find a program this comprehensive. Possibilities for my business I never could have imagined. Only problem you're going to have is you ain't find them sooner. Look, funding without my social security number. This has been a lifesaver on all levels, on and on and on and on.
Hello, my name is Brian. I want to let everyone know that, hey, this is a very, very great product, the business credit and funding suite. I received great service from my business credit coach, as well as my financial consultant who walked me through all the funding that my business could get approved for. Awesome product. I was able to obtain my 50K within a matter of 3 to 4 months. And I'm pretty sure that I am going to be sending.
So it took him 3 to 4 months, right? But that's not to say it won't take you 6 to 7 months. That's not to say it won't take you 2 to 3 months. What it is to say is that there's a $50,000 funding guarantee, and that's the kind of stuff we do. We can help you with personal credit so you can get a home. We can help you with business credit so you can get some funding. But what I love to talk about as well is that we have about a dozen different services we offer where someone can make money without really best way I could put it is selling anything, right? I mean, it doesn't cost anything. So if y'all got a little time, can somebody throw the number 12 in the chat? I'm going to show you 12 different ways you can earn money without selling anything. It's pretty cool. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to do something out the box. I'm going to start off with this church program because people can sign up for the church for absolutely free, y'all. I don't know if you know, but there's something weird going on in God's kingdom where attendance is down, tithing is down. A lot of pastors can't even pay their assessments. Now, I told you our CEO is a preacher's kid, preacher's kid. I don't know how many of you are a member of a church or have a family member that's a member of a church, but I want you to understand this before I start breaking down some of these services, because your church can join for free. Listen to me. All they do is turn in their 501 paperwork, click this button, 0 cost. They can cancel at any time, and you can watch yourself become very, very, very handsomely rewarded just because you helped the church. See, what we figure is there's enough bake sales giving the community diabetes. There's enough fish fries giving the community hypertension. We decided, what if we could raise the community's net worth while we raising funds for the church? Let's raise money for the community kitchen without burdening the congregation. It's called the Nove Church Program. And I'm about to show you how either you or them can make a lot of money. Watch this. Okay, here we go. The Debt Help Program. This is amazing because if they have more than $10,000 worth of debt, and unfortunately more people than ever do, this thing will help them cut their monthly debt payment in half by about 50%. Is that crazy? I don't care if it's credit card bills. I don't care if it's medical bills. It could be dental bills, non-government student loans. What you're going to find is that no matter what kind of debt it is, we can go in there, chop it in half by up to 50%. You got to love it. So that's one example. Here's the second example, credit cards. What if I told you we've got all kinds of card categories from improving credit to earning rewards, and you get paid no matter which kind they pick? Is that amazing? They didn't pay nothing, but you get paid. Personal loans is number 3. 30 plus banks are going to argue over that loan. They're going to argue over getting you the best loan offer without even hurting your credit score, and you get paid off of that. Here's number 4, y'all, life insurance. Look, all they do is click to get a quote, right? If they pick a plan, you get paid. What about tax preparation? This one I'm going to spend a little time on because most of your tax professionals didn't know what they were doing. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of them have no idea what they're doing. But we partnered with a company that's an IRS hub. What that means is they help train IRS agents. Now, check this out. I know you guys already kind of know about that stuff, so I'll actually skip over that. But what I will mention is that there's a self-employed tax credit that $50 billion is put aside. You know, y'all rolling with Netasha, so y'all already know all of this stuff. Here's what I will say, though. This savings account play is amazing because whether you're talking about the church or you're talking about a regular person, imagine somebody putting $50 in this account and you make $100. Imagine them opening up an account like Western Alliance, putting $1 in there, and you make $75. Can you imagine that? Well, it's real. There's another one called Valley Direct. You put $1 in there. There's another one called Lending Club. You don't have to put anything in there. So let's just take those 3 accounts. That's $250 you just made with $50. So a lot of times with my insurance agent friends, what I'll teach them to do is make somebody a customer for life by cash apping them $50 as long as they agree to open a savings account for 2 or 3. You see what I just did? I turned that $50 donation into $250, and it happens like magic. So if it's a church and there are 100 congregation members, I want you to recognize, y'all, that just became $25,000 and the church didn't have to sell nothing. Can you imagine what happens if that's in your organization? Or listen to me, y'all. Let's say them 100 congregation members are told there's a mission going on. We raising money for this building fund. Or, hey, we're going to take a bunch of y'all to a mission trip to Honduras or Haiti. We need each of you to tell 10 people to open these bank accounts. Listen to me. Out of thin air, that $25,000 just became $250,000. Now, I'm not trying to make this sound like it's some kind of, I don't know, get rich quick scheme or something like that, because you got to work. I'm trying to tell you, they're going to be like, what is a high yield savings account and why does 4% matter? You do have to work now. I don't want to make it sound like but I've done much more for much less. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like if somebody makes $25 an hour, guys, I'll ask them. I asked my homie, he was like, I said, how long does it take you to make $100? And he said 4 hours. Because he makes $25 an hour, but he forgot about taxes. Am I right? So he really makes $15 an hour. Here's what's crazy. That means it takes him 10 hours to make $150. I just showed you how to do it in 10 minutes. Can somebody drop some fire emojis if you just caught what I said? People make $25 an hour, and that's considered a pretty decent job. Am I right? But they really only make $15 an hour after taxes. I just now told you, if they open up a couple of these accounts by putting $1 in there, they just made $75 per account. That's $150. It might take them 10 minutes. They just made $150 in 10 minutes instead of 10 hours. Somebody can join you as a partner, open up the bank accounts on their own website, and make back the startup fee. You can't make this up. This is why everybody says Nove is a no-brainer. And if you're connected to some churches or some nonprofits that are looking to raise some money, well, I got to tell you, you're in the right place at the right time. I'm going to keep on going, but I just hope you understand. So we said debt resolution, credit cards, personal loans, life insurance. We talked about the savings account, the taxes. We talked about auto loan refinancing. Check it out, y'all. Auto loan refinancing. I could have told you about the wills and the trust, but that costs money up front. Here's another one that don't cost nothing up front. What's the remaining balance on your current auto loan? We get them a lower car payment, you get paid. Is anybody starting to see why we call this an Amazon for financial services? Is anybody starting to catch why we say Nove is a no-brainer? What if I told you we even have no interest payday loans? Listen to me, y'all. I studied this thing over and over because I was like, they must be calling the interest something else. They saying no interest, but they must be calling it something different. Y'all know the type. Come on. Y'all know the type. Listen, the closer I look, the more impressed I got. The closer I get, look, they can get their money in minutes for a small fee, but if they wait 1 to 3 business days, there's no cost. They function completely off tips. We all got cousin man who say, let me hold something till I get paid. Now we can send him our link, and we just made $36, and cousin man get his money immediately, and then they just come take it out when he get paid. Can you imagine? You're now a one-stop shop. Okay, let's talk now about some of the stuff that helps out small businesses. I done took you through about 8 different ways that you can make money without selling anything. Let's go to way number 9, business funding, because I promised you a dozen. Look, everything from invoice factoring to term loans, lines of credit. I love this startup funding one because you need a 680 credit score, no minimum time in business, guys, 0 minimum monthly revenue. You can borrow up to $150,000. Can somebody give me some money bags? Look, for commercial real estate, must own personal residence, 660 credit score. You can get up to 150 million. 150 million. Hey, can somebody drop some money bags if you understand that this CDFI money that's reserved for women-owned businesses and business owners of color? Listen, 580 credit score, y'all. A 580 credit score. Just because you come from a low-income community. Look, I just feel like Nove is a no-brainer. That's really all I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to make you an expert in Nove, guys. I'm just trying to make you see that it's a no-brainer. Some of you are thinking about starting a business. What if I told you you can join Nove or don't? Just go to Natasha's link, right? Click $0 plan. Natasha still makes $100. Listen, if you don't want to put up your $200, save your $200. I'm just letting you know, if you put up your $200, you can open a couple bank accounts, get that right back, open up an LLC. If you do the free package, you make $100. If you do this one, you make $200, plus you get a $30 Amazon gift card. If you do this one, you make $300, plus you get a $50 Amazon gift card. And both of these packages come with a 12-week business coaching program. This is why we say Nove is a no-brainer. The package costs $249 and you're making $300. You can come and buy it from yourself if you want to. You just made a $50 profit, plus you got a $50 Amazon gift card. Come on, somebody. And everybody in America needs an LLC, am I right? Y'all were just talking about that. Natasha ain't playing with nobody. And what you better know is that this country was founded by business owners for business owners. I know we call them dead presidents, but Ben Franklin wasn't no president. What was he? A business owner. Come on, somebody. This country was invented for business owners. So they created the tax code for what? Worker bees, modern day slaves. No, of course not. They made the tax code for business owners. When you see that police car and it'd be like to serve and protect, they mean to serve and protect the owners. You see what I mean? This whole country is designed for the owners. They'd be like, why are you loitering around this owner's property? You see what I mean? Oh, it gets deep. All I'm telling you is you want to get on the right side of it. You want to get on the right side of it. You can't keep on getting paid and keep eating your seed. I remember my mentor, he was like, yo, if you got a monkey and you put a business in a box and you put some bananas in a box, the monkey gonna choose the bananas. Because the monkey don't get that the business could buy him all the bananas he could eat. And this is not a story about a monkey. Y'all get that? I'm corny. All right, here we go. So check it out. We even got vacation incentive program. If this don't take you over the top, I don't know what to do. Look, you got a list of the types of businesses that can win by using something like this. But look what you can give away. 3-day, 2-night vacations, 8-day, 7-night resort giveaways. I like giving away these because it's only a $15 processing fee. But look, this 8-day, 7-night joint right here, $350. But it's a 7-night resort stay. What do you want? 7-night cruise. This one starts at $300. They got a $400, a $500 processing fee, but it's a 7-night cruise. What do you want? $1,000 restaurant book, $1,000 grocery book. Can you imagine? You can pay $99 and give away unlimited of these. How could you use these for your own business? How could you use these for your own practice? Pretty amazing stuff, right? And some people say, I already do funding, so I don't want to use your funding. So use your own funding. Sometimes you need a hammer. Sometimes you need a screwdriver. Sometimes you need a socket wrench. This just expands your toolkit because what it's supposed to be about is serving my client. Can I get some fire emojis if we're all on the same page that I just want to be a solution for my client? Businesses only exist to solve problems. Am I right, somebody? If I'm selling chinchillas, oh man, I'm still going to go broke if I'm selling them in the Bahamas because nobody got that problem. Businesses only exist to solve problems. I got to make sure I'm solving a problem or I have no business being in business. Am I making right? Am I making it right? All right, so what I'm saying, y'all, is that you've got a full suite of services for consumers and then a full suite of services for business owners. You can even sign up your church for free. But if you wanted to join as a white label, it's $25,000. If you wanted to join as a co-brand, it's $2,500. But if you wanted to join as an affiliate, like me or Natasha or Mr. Earl Fanbro, like Yahura, I see some of the family out here. Check it out. If you wanted to join like an affiliate like us, you know, what I want to tell you about is the fact that we get paid 6 or 7 times a month because we get paid the 1st of the month, the 15th of the month, and then we get paid every Wednesday. Okay, it's beautiful. As a matter of fact, a lot of people look at this because this is the residual. I want to tell you, the reason they gave me a TED Talk, guys, is for something embarrassingly simple. One of the concepts that I explained is that all you need for financial freedom is more residual income than you have residual bills. And what you want is that residual income to keep on climbing, right? But the whole idea is once you got enough to cover your residual bills, you're financially free. Think about that. You can be financially free without being rich. Watch this. You next thing you know, you're rich of time. Now you got more time to spend and now you're rich. Now you're wealthy, right? But it all starts with you getting back your time. So you got some time to think. So you got some time to hear God when he's talking to you. Most people look at 4,000 a month on this chart and they say, you know what? 4,000 a month to take care of me. Well, listen to me, y'all. 4,000 a month ain't nothing but 20,000 in volume. Remember how I said if you get a church to open up 100 bank accounts, I told you that's $25,000. But here's the thing. That's also 17,000 in volume. That's off one church. You already at the $4,000 mark. But here's what I wanted to show you about that. Look, 4,000 ain't 4,000 because we get paid 7 times sometimes a month. A lot of times just 6 times because usually there's only 4 Wednesdays in a month. So look, 4,000 is your residual. But look what you made every week. Look what you made every week, guys. So by the end of the month, you done made 12,000. And this is what I want you to understand. This ain't some seasonal money. This is coming all year round. Now you have an excuse to keep in contact with your clientele. You're bringing them on Zooms once a month. You're plugging them in. You're giving them incentives and stuff to go and bring you more clients. It's just a phenomenal thing. I just wanted you to see this because 4,000 ain't 4,000. It's usually between 10 and 15,000. Just like 2,000 ain't 2,000. It's usually between 6 and 8,000. 1,000 ain't 1,000, y'all. Y'all see what I mean? You're still looking at 4,000 when it looks like 1,000. Novea is a no-brainer. So yeah, you can join for $200, guys. $200 up front, and that gets you the website, the discounts on travel and shopping. You get the financial literacy training. You get Nove Learn, which is an online home study academy that's designed to help you learn at your own pace. But listen, let's face it, you got Netasha. I'm here to hold Netasha down. So if you're rocking with Netasha, you're rocking with me. And if I can go from zero to multimillionaire with no college degree, no special skills, I ain't even know how to use Zoom till a couple, right? Like, how smart can I be? You know, all I did was follow a system, y'all. And if you're willing to follow a system, you can change your whole family tree. I'm living proof. I'm walking, talking proof. So that $199 is great because you can join that, open a couple bank accounts, made your money back right away. And it's $49 a month or this $99 a month. I'm going to get to this package in a minute. That's what covers the call center, the chat support, the text support, the email support, the loan underwriting, the business credit building. That $49 a month covers a lot of stuff. You a whole boss. They call that an overhead, and it's tax deductible. So don't worry about it. I know I ain't got to tell y'all twice. It's tax deductible. It's tax deductible. Not to mention, once I open a home-based business like this, I can write off 450 plus deductions. Is that phenomenal? Matter of fact, I'm going to put something in here. I'm going to put a little magic trick in the chat so you can see all the tax benefits people get for opening up a home-based business. It's mind-blowing. Most of you knew this already, but I'm just reminding you that all of your clients want a bigger refund. Secret number one is open a home-based business. So that's why I would want to join on the $349. I can start off on a $199 if my money's a little funny. There's nothing wrong with that. But understand this, you're joining Netasha. She got to put all this volume under somebody. It might as well be under you. So you want to join her sooner than later because the way this works, and y'all don't really get what I'm saying, but this is what's called affiliate marketing. And so this chart right here is based upon legs of volume. When you sign up a church, that 17,000 in volume goes to you, but it also goes to Netasha. It's pushing everybody's. It also goes to Earl. It's pushing everybody's volume up. That's how people start making 20,000 and 25,000 and 50,000 a month so quickly. I want you to be clear. Netasha is already going crazy, but you ain't seen nothing yet. She told me a little bit about some of the plans she got. So you want to be some of her front line. Listen to me now, believe me later on. So get started for $199 if that's all you can do. But listen to me. The $349 includes everything that's in the $199. You can still wipe away the $99 or the $49 with just 5 customers, 5 credit customers or 5 teammates, and you don't pay that ever. You don't pay that ever. Nobody on our team pays that monthly fee. I'm just going to tell y'all at the risk of sounding immodest. Nobody on our team pays that monthly. We don't do it. We get them 5 customers because everybody's credit is jacked up. Are you kidding me? Anyway, yeah, Netasha, like I've never paid it. Exactly. So here's my point, y'all. The $349 includes everything that's in the $199, but guess what else, y'all? You get the AI credit system for free. You also get to build a team and create residual income. So that way, even when season is over, you're still making 10, 20,000 a month. And it's growing because all of your people are working, not for you, but for themselves. You just happen to be benefiting because if it weren't for you, they wouldn't even know about it. You see that? So it's beautiful, y'all. Netasha, any closing word? I'm going to tell them what to do, and then I'm going to give you some closing words. Text message a number 1 right now, or throw a number 1 in the chat. If you're like, I don't want a credit and money business, but I tell you what, I'll put up a post for you, Netasha. If that's you, put up a number 1, or I can use some of the services. If that's you, put a number 1, you'll win a vacation. If you're a number 2, then you're saying, I like this, but I got a couple questions. You can put a number 2 in the chat or text message that to Netasha. If you're a number 3, then you're like, I'm ready to get it. Let's go. You had me a credit and money, and you know what? It's tax deductible. Let's go. If that's you, then put a number 3 in the chat or text message Netasha a number 3. And yeah, we about to tear it up, y'all. We about to tear it up. You know, I tell you, it's a weird thing. My mentor says that all poverty is a result of spiritual warfare. right? All poverty is a result of spiritual warfare. And I was like, what do you mean by that? He was like, I don't mean spiritual like you're holy and I'm not. He was like, spiritual is anything you can't measure with an instrument. Like, I can measure height. I can measure weight. I can measure skin color, but I can't measure perseverance. I can't measure optimism. I can't measure courage. And what this world does is it discourages you. Oh, girl, ain't nobody gonna buy that. It's weird. We don't feel no spiritual battle when it's time to blow $200 on some dinner. And I don't mean to be gross, but that's gonna be gone in the morning. You flush that. We don't even think twice. Some of us don't even pray over our food. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not talking to you, of course. But my point to you is that we don't feel no way when we spend $200 on some shoes or a purse or some bundles, right, ladies? Some bundles. Why? Because our spirit knows that ain't gonna change our life. Something weird happens when we have an opportunity to change our whole family tree. Something spiritual, because you start looking at breaking generational curses and you start feeling icky like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's too good to be true. We don't never say nothing too bad to be true. We done paid $50,000 for that college degree. I know people with more degrees than a thermometer and they ain't got two nickels to rub together, but ain't nothing ever too bad to be true. How come you don't hear that phrase? Because this world beats you down. It beats you down. You focus more on the losers than the winners. It beats you down. You focus more on the limitations than the possibilities. It beats you down. All I'm suggesting to you tonight is be brave. We got an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. We've been around about 10 years. I'm challenging you to remember Peter walked on water too. Just step out on faith. It's tax deductible for God's sake. A+ with a Better Business Bureau, y'all. We've been around 10 years if you got here late. We've hit the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America 4 years in a row. We ain't playing. Fastest growing companies in America 4 years in a row. We ain't playing. So don't let the fact that this could very well change your life make you cower and make you say, oh, well, I need to think about it. Like you're going to go home and sit in your thinking chair. No, you ain't. You're going to grab the remote and get back to regular. I'm saying let's change our life. I'm messing with you a little bit, but I'm just trying to get you to think. Because the greatest trick the devil ever pulled, if y'all remember this story, they in the Garden of Eden, right? And God is like, you can eat from all of this, you know, and then the devil come. I'm not no biblical scholar, so bear with me. I know one of y'all judging me. No, I'm just playing. It was like, then the devil come along. You can't eat from that one. So where was this tree? This tree wasn't to the left or the right. This tree was right in the middle, right? Right? So what does that tell us? In the middle of all our abundance, the devil come along and make you focus on your lack. Ain't that interesting? We talking about all this hope, all this chances for 30 and 40,000 a month. I'm telling you, I got no college degree. I'm driving around in a Bentley truck and all that, right? And what the devil do? You can't do that. You surrounded by, you know how many people got a heart of gold but pockets full of lint? They'll lend a cup of sugar to their neighbor. They'll give somebody a ride when it's raining outside. They'll watch your kids so you can go to a job interview. And they brokered in the 10 Commandments. Why? Why do so many have a heart of gold but pockets of lint? Because they never had a way to turn their network into their net worth. Well, now they have one. Hey, Michelle, I need you to open these bank accounts for me. I make $150. Girl, for you, anything. You've been good to me my whole life. See, now they can turn their integrity into income. Now they can monetize their morality. Am I making sense? Am I making sense, y'all, or am I going too fast? Am I going too fast? Y'all feeling me? We know too many good people that don't have a shot, man, and they think their only way out is to get another job. I don't know how many of y'all caught it, but when you're talking about $15 an hour, because if they make $25 an hour, that's all they bringing home, y'all, is 15. That means it take them 10 hours to make $150. I just showed you how you can make $150 with 10 minutes, as long as you got a friend with $2 bills. Come on, y'all. You could work tonight, sign up 50 people for these 2 accounts, sign up another 50 people tomorrow for these 2 accounts, and make $15,000 in 2 days. Plus, and I'm going to say that slow because I know some of y'all didn't hear me. I said, I know it's kind of late now, but I was telling people this all day. That's why I got it memorized. Look, if you sign people up for those 2 accounts that take $1 each, I was telling them to sign up 50 people today, and it's going to be hard, but I bet you a lot of them did it. You hear me? Because people want to pay off their debt. People want to quit their job. People want more. And you mean all I got to do is serve and then I deserve? So I told them if they sign up 50 people today for the bank accounts for $1 each, because you get $150 when they sign up too. You get 75 for one, 75 for the other, so that's 150. So look, if you do that 50 times, that's $7,500 in one day. I told them tomorrow is a holiday. I call it National Open a Bank Account Day. Because every bank account we open before the 15th, we get that money in like a week. Is that amazing? So some of y'all could join tonight, and then y'all could go out here and open 50 bank accounts because tax clients need that anyway. Am I right? They need somewhere to put the money. So you're helping them open a bank account with 4% interest. You do that 50 times tomorrow, that's 7,500. And you need to talk to 50 people anyway to let them know, hey, remember me? You should be doing this anyway. This is just a fly way to make $150 per call before you even work with them. Is that amazing? So back to the math. If you did it today and tomorrow, that's $15,000 and that's $10,000 in volume. Somebody already sales director. Come on, y'all. That means you're getting plaques. You're getting your banner up at the convention, your picture all over the wall. It's crazy. You a sales director off 2 days of work. Netasha, you got anything to say, Queen? I know. I be getting all excited, man, but it changed my life. I told him I got kicked out of school, man. That secretary thought she ruined my life. Hey, but God.
But God, you knocked it out the park, Mr. Isaac. I appreciate you so much. You killed it. You was gonna say what I did say. I was gonna bring it right back to these bank accounts because pretty much everybody on here is tax preparers. They go getters, y'all. So everybody that you open up bank accounts for, they need taxes or vice versa. He just told y'all how to make 15K and talk to 100 people. Did y'all catch that sauce? Like he did that. And I don't know if y'all catch that sauce. He said we partying in Atlanta in February. I don't think they caught that last part.
Hey, Natasha, tell him we're going to be in Mexico on Cinco de Mayo. You can't make this up.
Yeah, you can't make this up. And then too, you guys, we get paid 6 times a month. So we got to the 15th. Whatever we do by the 15th, we're going to have it by the 1st.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
On just bank accounts, helping people, just helping people. So this all I gotta say. And it's a lot of, I'm not the only one here. He's saying Natasha, but Natasha got a whole team here, the Wealth Builders. Shout out to the Wealth Builders. Shout out to my team with Mr. Earl Fambro. Shout out to Millionaire Minded, Mr. Haziq Ali team. Y'all, this is Millionaire Minded. So when y'all join me, y'all joining Mr. Haziq Ali, the man with the plan. You know what I'm saying? This the dream team over here. I'm telling you.
Thanks.
And just like he said, we got to get in position, y'all. And y'all already know I'm going to the top. I'm already on top. I'm going to be on top of the top. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we all here for. That's what I brought y'all here for. It's about these bank accounts, taking advantage of opportunity, not being poor, passing over opportunity repeatedly over and over and over. Somebody invited y'all to the money. Nobody never invited me to the money. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we doing here tonight. Y'all got to work it. Y'all got to work it. And so everybody here gonna get a vacation voucher. Y'all are gonna get it to rest up. Y'all can go over to my website, put your information in. It's gonna send it right to your email. Anybody that's here for my team, if you already a part of Nove, drop your link to the savings accounts in the chat. I just dropped mine. We hope that we're gonna get a lot of 3s. Let's do that again. I want to see 1s and I want to see 2s and 3s in the chat. Let me know what's going on. We up all night answering questions. And I need you guys to go ahead and help me. I'm in a contest. So you showed up for me. I appreciate it. It's midnight, wherever y'all at. Open a bank account with any of them links that's in the chat. We all a team here. Y'all can be winning with us. Sign up. when you click one of them links, all you got to do is also click on become an affiliate, join now. Any of them links, we all a team. It's all love right here. So even if you was a part of that team, you will be dropping your links right here. We all get money together. So y'all open a bank account with one of us. Actually, open 2 or 3. And I got some extra bonuses for y'all. The last 3 at the bottom is $1 or $0. Open up some bank accounts. Help us out. You know what I'm saying? You can help us out without spending no money. It's your money. It's not going to us. We don't have no access to the information. Y'all open up accounts. All we do have access. Soon as you open it up, I'm going to make $73.50, $75 for each one. Whoever link you click, they're going to make it for each one. Okay. So far, you're going to make $98. Let's get it. It's simple. It's simple. You doing taxes, everybody give them a free savings account. I'm gonna do a class and show y'all what that is. Think I'm done. Anything else, Mr. Haziq?
Oh, nah, I mean, shoot, I think you said it all. I guess send them your link to be able to get started, or I guess they'll text message you so they can get their vacation voucher. Number 1 means, hey, man, I'm scared. No, I'm just playing. Number 1 is like, hey, I would like to use some of the services. Number 2 is like, I love it, but I got questions. And number 3 is, man, I'm ready to get it. So text message 1, 2, or 3. And yeah, I'm really proud of each and every one of you. Okay, so Martina said 3. I know you can see it, Natasha. So
Yes.
3s, you got to reach out to them. And if you need me, I'm here. I know Earl feels the same way. I know Yahura feels the same way. I know everybody here. So we outside, y'all. So let's get it, Natasha. If we need to talk to anybody, but all those 3s, they just ready to sign up. So send them your link right now. And then the 2,
All right.
you can get on the phone with them tomorrow and they can sign up underneath these 3s.
Got you. Yep, because I can't sign up everybody. It's the love is gonna be shared, you guys. I'm gonna drop them links, but the links that's in the Zoom, mine is Maximum Finance. Those links that's in the Zoom is direct links to sign up. Click on small business, become an affiliate. But I'm gonna drop the link in the Start Grow Fund chat. I'm gonna drop the link also in the Telegram chat. And we're going to be dropping the links everywhere. So let's go. My phone number is 682-561-9847. If you invited guests here, go ahead and drop your number. Get back with the person that invited you here. Our whole team is
Say your number
on
one more
this.
time, Queen, so I can type it in the chat.
682-561-9847. If you stay to the end, y'all know I'm gonna drop my website link so y'all can go over there. And once you put your information in there, the vacation voucher will come directly to your email. Okay. Just go right over there and grab it. It's gonna say getaway
But they should
on
be
the
texting
website.
you to join the team. Oh.
Yes, text me. Text me to join the team, and you can text me also and tell me who invited you here. If I'm not the person that invited you here, tell me who invited you here so we can get you where you're supposed to be.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and log off, Natasha, so you can have your family intimacy back.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you as always.
It's
Thank
all
you.
good, man. It was so cool being able to rock with everybody, and welcome to the family, y'all. I cannot wait to see y'all in a month in Atlanta or in Mexico or however we gonna do it. I'll see y'all on Zooms and everything, but mi casa es su casa. All right, love y'all. Good night. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this phrase you always gonna hear me say. It's like either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals just start to shrink to match your mind. All right, let's grow.
All right. All right. All right, you guys. I thank you guys so much for your time. I know it's late. I am still in the office. I still got a 40-minute drive home. So y'all be blessed. Thank you so much. I hope that all of you guys will be joining us in business. If you're not joining us in business, please help us out. We on a contest. We're trying to make that money. You know me, when I make that money, I'm gonna show some love. So y'all open up some bank accounts with me and my team members. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you, Earl, for always staying on me, getting me back in the groove. I'm so happy to be back. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. Good night. Y'all be blessed. If y'all in Nove, let's get it. Let's make this money.